And good morning. Welcome to the July 10th version of our morning show. We appreciate you joining us this morning. We are live on Facebook, and you can catch us there. We do share this video after, so you can see it at any point in time. And we have appreciated some feedback. We have a poll running currently asking people would they rather see this in the morning at 7:30 or maybe in the afternoon to see the headlines that happened that day, evening commute coming home, and the weather at that point. Right now, the afternoon is winning. There's a little over 60 votes. We'd appreciate it. The poll is on our Facebook page, or you can leave a comment on this video. We're trying to take all the feedback we can. We also got some great feedback on that poll about some things that we could do as a paper that might be a little more interesting to folks. So we'll be looking into those. Thank you for that feedback. Good morning again. My name is McHugh David. I'm publisher and editor of the news, and we do want to remind folks also that we do a podcast. We've kind of gotten our feet underneath us, and we'll probably be doing 2 a week. The one for today will be the Executive Airport, which is also the feature of Thursday's paper. We're going to hold off on the second one this week to kind of see what happens with this weather, and we'll talk about the tropical weather in just a minute. Your traffic this morning, delays on 190 at Airline this morning, heading westbound, as well as at 4-H Club Road in Denham Springs. Delays at 1026 or Lockhart and 16. Delays on 64 heading in to Central, and delays on I-12 right after the Denham Springs exit heading into Baton Rouge. That would be eastbound. No delays yet after the 10-12 split. Delays. And I'm sorry about that. That is just the way it is this morning. Your weather for today, probably the last hot one for a while. It's 81 degrees right now, high of 93. Scattered thunderstorms starting either late morning or this afternoon. And that brings us into this sort of tropical update. We're going to have rough rain coming up starting probably tomorrow. These showers today are just part of a system, a small summer system. The tropical entity probably has they're saying it has a 90% chance of formation at this point, which if a scientist tells you 90%, it's all but given. It's looking to form somewhere along the Florida Panhandle. The question is, where will it go and how bad will it be? According to the models, it's going to be slow moving, and it's going to drop 3 to 8 inches of rain over whatever area it covers. It is extended everywhere from Galveston all the way to Mobile, and it will come on shore somewhere there. They are saying that it could intensify to a Category 1 or Category 2 hurricane. What they continue to stress, and they is the National Weather Center out of New Orleans, is that nobody knows anything right now other than it will form. They're not sure of rain totals. They're not sure of speed. They're not sure if it'll turn into something beyond a tropical cyclone or depression. We will be keeping an eye on it for you. You should be as well. And we'll be keeping an eye on those rain totals because that is important. But because of that, it's going to rain through Tuesday, but it also gives us a little reprieve from the hot weather. So let's just hope we get the reprieve from the hot weather without a ton of rainfall. The Master Plan Committee continues to have some issues. They were supposed to meet last night and discuss grant funding with Mark Harrell, who is the director of the Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness here in Livingston Parish. They handle most of the grant applications and process that the parish goes through, unless they go through an engineering firm. And most times it's Mark's office, or Mr. Harrell's office, that liaises with those engineering firms. The purpose of his visit was to try to find some grant funding to fund, I apologize for that, the master plan update. To create an entire master plan usually costs about $450,000. They're looking at about half of that to update the one that was not adopted in 2013. You can read about that one online, www.livingstonparishnews.com. It's $5 a month. It is not $5 an article. If you're having trouble staying logged in, please give us a call, 225-665-5176. And quick reminder, these shows do get posted on our website as well as our podcast, and those are free. Those are free to listen to. And please, I just can't possibly charge somebody to just listen to me, which is also why my opinion is free. It's my opinion. So the master plan will look to move forward at their August meeting, which is August 6th. It'll be a Monday evening, and we will be there to give you all an update. Hopefully Mr. Harrell will be there. I know that last night they discussed having the head of LEDC and the head of the chamber there to discuss the economic corridor as well. They are also working on a drainage master plan, so we'll see what comes out of that. Speaking of drainage, Drew Walker attended the first Albany Town Hall meeting at their new Town Hall. It's a very nice, beautiful building, and drainage came up. It was an issue brought up by a local resident who says that his water backs up every time it rains, even just a little bit. And, they went back and forth between he and the council, and it was eventually settled upon that it is a parish-wide issue. And, people are trying to just figure out a way to improve the drainage here. Sometimes it just rains a little too much for our current infrastructure. Real estate market, interesting bounce back. With just a week to go, it looked like there was going to be almost a 60% drop and the number of homes sold, or at least the number of homes closed in June. I don't want to get too technical, but when a home is listed as sold on the MLS system, which keeps all of the home sale data, that was actually the day that it closed. For most of these, they take anywhere from 30 to 45 days because of financing. So people probably found it in May and begun the process. At any rate, there was a huge bounce back that last week. Either a lot of information just got input, or a lot of closings happened, or maybe a little bit of both. But it went from about 129 homes sold to 185, which was, it's a big deal here. The market continues to move in an upward direction. The average home price is now exceeded $200,000 for the first 6 months, and 2 months in a row, $40 million of real estate inventory has moved each month. So it's been a big deal in the real estate world. Things are still moving well on in that world. Pardon me, a lot of worlds this morning. In the sports world, another world. William Weathers, our sports editor, wrote an opinion piece that's pretty on point, that Parish fans who are also LSU fans are going to get their fill as Livingston Parish athletes continue to go. Namely, Jalen and Jalen. That would be Jalen Cook of Walker, who would be playing basketball, and Jalen Lee of Live Oak, who would be playing football. You'll get plenty of tastes of them coming in the fall. You can check out his article on those two and his opinion about it. www.livingstonparishnews.com/sports. Roberts United Methodist Church in Denham Springs celebrated the life of several men, 7 of them to be exact, all over the age of 70, who have contributed a significant amount to their community and specifically their church. You can check out that list and sort of bios and quotes from those fellows at www.livingstonparishnews.com/lifestyle. That's David J. Gray who wrote that article. It's a great article about those guys. A lot of them people know. The list is Richard Lockhart, Fred Banks, Morris Jordan, Lawrence Jordan, Arthur Perkins, Landry Robinson, there it is, and Lucius Bates, who are all members of the Roberts United Methodist Church. Again, a reminder, 90% chance of formation of a tropical event. It's just a question of where it will come on land. There are chances for those 3 to 8 inches of rain total to increase to anywhere from 10 to 15 inches, maybe. The thing that the National Weather Service is stressing is that no one knows anything yet. There are models, some could be absolutely 100% correct, some of them could be completely wrong. It's important to keep an eye on the information, and we'll see how things roll out over the next few hours as they expect this to form either this afternoon or early tomorrow morning. That would be Thursday. Again, your traffic delays. It doesn't look like anything has changed. You're looking at delays at 190, on I-12, and on 64. So sorry, folks, it's going to be a tough one getting into Baton Rouge today. Still 81 degrees, high of 93, 60% chance of rain starting late this morning or this afternoon. Please remember we're on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We also have that podcast that I mentioned that is free. We do a deep dive on individual stories. We're always interested in feedback and hearing from you about what stories you might want to, what stories you'd like for us to put in that podcast form. Please also remember we have a poll rolling on Facebook asking people for their opinion on when they'd like this show, if they'd like it in the morning at 7:30 like we've been doing for about 2.5 weeks now, or if they would like it in the afternoon closer to 4:30 where we would do, or maybe even later, where we would do the headlines of the day and the traffic and weather on your way home. So please, if you can't find the poll, you can comment on this video or shoot us an email, whatever you prefer. But we are interested in your feedback. We want to know when you would like to see this show and what you think of it. So also leave a comment if you have some suggestions for the show. Thank you again for joining us. Again, my name is McHugh David. I'm publisher and editor of the news. I do apologize. I stumbled over a little bit right there in the middle of the show. That I'll get that worked out for tomorrow. And we will see you tomorrow, and we'll probably have a even more firm idea of what's going on with this first tropical system of the season, which is right now Invest 92L, and I believe it's going to be called Barry. So sorry to all the berries out there when it becomes a true tropical storm. So we'll catch you tomorrow.